stakes are high in Lebanon's national parliamentary elections on May the 15th. The first vote since 2018 after lawmakers repeatedly extended their 4-year mandate, citing security concerns. And when it comes to voting this year, well, some are hesitant.
We carry a lot of resentment against politicians, especially in Tripoli.
Adversity sprung onto the country with the financial crisis accelerating, crashing currency and depositors frozen out of their own savings. It's all amid a hard currency liquidity crunch. This Sunni member of parliament running again thinks there's an overall sense of feeling lost.
Since 1992 in Beirut, people had one name on their lips, Hariri. Whether Rafik or Saad, it was Hariri.
But on 24 January, Lebanon's former Sunni Prime Minister Saad al-Hariri stepped back from politics, making this announcement.
I announced that I will not be running for parliamentary elections and will not submit any nominations from the Future movement.
So what could this all potentially mean for the small country that's squeezed between Israel and Syria?
Saad Hariri's withdrawal had a huge impact on the Sunni street and on the electoral mood. At the very least, in the 3 big cities where you have a Sunni majority, Tripoli, Beirut, and Saida, so far there has been a sense that people will not participate or mobilize.
It's not just a matter of how people will vote or for who they'll vote for. This political analyst thinks the bigger picture is problematic.
If the Sunni participation goes down from 90,000 to around 50 or 40,000, that means the electoral threshold drops to around 7,000 or 8,000. This means that Hezbollah will have 4 or 5 MPs without having to do anything.
With the heavily armed Hezbollah movement seeing one of its main rivals, Hariri, descend into disarray, it could very well hand the Iranian-backed group an opportunity to cement power.
At least a third of the people who voted in 2018, who weren't many, won't take part. This is very dangerous because it drops the electoral threshold and opens the door for those who talked about earlier, Hezbollah, clowns and businessmen, to get seats and take control of the city.
The elections on the 15th may possibly see a shift of power which could send shockwaves far beyond Lebanon.